Bodybuilding hypertrophy coach breaks down Jay Cutler's quad training, says he's the most balanced Mr. Olympia of all time. Bennett analyzed the training of Jay Cutler, revealing how he sculpted his lower body to help him achieve his iconic quad stomp pose. When you close your eyes and imagine who had the best lower body of all time, Jay Cutler's name comes to mind. In a recent video shared via YouTube on November 22, 2024, hypertrophy coach Joe Bennett analyzed Cutler's quad training, offering insight into how he crafted such a balanced physique. After several second-place appearances at the Mr. Olympia, he finally won gold in 2006 and in the process, dethroned the mighty Ronnie Coleman. Cutler's career was defined by overcoming adversity and not just en route to winning his first Sando Trophy. He surrendered Olympia gold in 2008 to Dexter Jackson. Little did fans know that this would only light an even bigger fire under the comeback kid. A year later, Cutler became the only bodybuilder to win back the Mr. Olympia title, defeating finalists Branch Warren and Jackson. He solidified his GOAT status with his iconic quad stomp pose, which still inspires fans and athletes to this day. In addition to his accolades, Cutler boasts impressive longevity, which goes to show that his training efforts weren't just hardcore, but strategic. If you want to take your quad training to the next level, Bennett has a few tips to share with you. We're going to talk specifically obviously about his quad training. I think the main reason I picked quads is because Jay is one of those bodybuilders where he's honestly one of the most balanced bodybuilders and one of the most balanced Mr. Olympias I think we've ever had if you literally go body part by body part. Hypertrophy coach dissects Jay Cutler's quad training, offers form tips and advice to integrate into your training exercises featured in this video. Smith machine front squat, hack squat machine leg press. Smith machine front squat. According to Joe Bennett, full knee flexion plays a major role in achieving quad growth. That position right there, bottom of the front squat, that's what we call full knee flexion. If we're going to look through quad stuff, I think that is a massively important position to go there properly, and to load there properly. He examined Cutler's use of the Smith machine front squat, revealing that this movement allows for more joint torque at the knee and less joint torque at the hip. He used the Smith machine a lot, he used a lot of machines a lot. He still did some free weight stuff as well too, and that should help lend this idea that there's not one that is definitively better than the other, adds Bennett. You're going to have more joint torque at the knee and less joint torque at the hip. Those are going to be some things that you can do and shift, he adds. The further forward you shift your feet, in general, the more quads you're going to get. Hack squat machine. He explained why the hack squat machine is one of the most quad-dominant movements available to lifters, and it was an essential tool in Cutler's arsenal. The thing I wanted to show with hacks, this tends to be the most quad-dominant, he shared. What happens with hack squats is your feet are so far ahead that the line of force generally looks something like this, diagonal. It's going to be basically somewhere between your foot contact on the platform and wherever you're pushing the most into that pad. He specified that Cutler never shortchanged himself during squats and always took advantage of the full knee flexion position. He spends a lot of time in this position, he states. He also never shortchanges himself as far as hitting that full knee flexion position. Leg press. In Bennett's opinion, the majority of quad work should be spent in the lengthened to mid-range for optimal results, especially on the leg press. While Cutler didn't feature leg extensions in this particular workout, Bennett says you should still include them if you want to grow bigger quads. Looking at what Jay does well that you guys should do well too, get to this position, train it, load it, and do it often. The majority of your quad work in my opinion should be spent from that lengthened and through the mid-range. At no point in time am I saying you shouldn't do leg extensions. If you want big quads you should include them as well, but prioritize this position. He adds that the leg press machine can be ideal for those who suffer from back or pelvis issues. Compared to squat patterns, it's the least amount of spine and pelvis stability required, so if you have back issues or you have pelvis stability issues it can be a great option to still do this. You just have to put your feet very low on the platform. This wasn't Joe Bennett's first time analyzing a bodybuilding legend's workout routine. He's also unpacked former 8-time Mr. Olympia Ronnie Coleman's training.